Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the topic of self-love. I truly believe that gratitude and self-love are the two most important aspects of a well-lived life. I spent most of my 20s hating every inch of my body, okay? I wish I'd had longer legs, straighter teeth, Angelina Jolie's pout, but come on, let's be honest here, okay? Now that I'm pushing 40, I know. I no longer wish for these attributes. You know what I do? I work for them. While I cannot do anything about my height, what I realize is that longer legs, straighter teeth, fillers, a larger pout is not going to make me any happier because I didn't earn those things. I have learned that the major difference between ultimate happiness and mere contentment lies in effort. The more effort you put into working for what you want, the happier you'll be when you finally reach your goal. I know this has been a topic that's been weighing really heavily on everyone's minds. You can literally Google self-love. There's millions of posts that kind of bombard you, and everyone wants to talk about do this and you'll love yourself more. Go out here and buy this. It's not about that. You know, self-love is all about reaching inside your core and feeling from the bottom of your heart whether or not you love yourself enough to make a change, make a difference, and actually set goals in your life so that you could achieve them. So the big question is, what is self-love? Self-love to me means putting yourself first. Putting yourself first and your needs first so that you could be of complete and utter 100% authentic service to other people. Don't you want to be the person who vibrates with so much positive energy that you become your own biggest fan? Trust me, I used to not be that girl. In my 20s, I was lost, unfocused, struggling, and I didn't realize why I was struggling. So I spent the rest of my 20s on this really insane, intense, crazy search to figure out the things that made me tick, the things that I absolutely love to do, and explored more of myself so I could understand why I was feeling all of these things. This video comes at a time when I feel like I'm on the brink of a cataclysmic shift in my life. Work has never been so chaotic. I'm juggling so many projects at one time, but to be honest, I have never felt so alive as a result. I finally feel as though I'm in my zone, I'm in my element, and I'm here to do exactly what I need to do. Now that I'm growing my business into this major mecha empire, my inner voice has never been more critical than ever. You have to do this, you need to take care of that, you gotta clean house, take care of your husband, hang out with the kids, da-da-da-da. I mean, it's never ending. So in the end, this is what I realized, that I do my best when I have a lot to do. So in order to stay focused on my quest for self-love and self-actualization, here are my top 4 tips on how you can practice the art of self-love, and I've broken them down into 3 major categories: mind, body, and spirit. They all have to work in unison to make your soul come alive. To strengthen your mind, step 1 is to wake up with a positive mental attitude. I start my day by cuddling with my pups, playing around with them. This allows me to wake up with a positive jolt of energy and loving thoughts. I then take some me time by spending at least 10 to 15 minutes in a quiet corner of my house, lost in my thoughts, to meditate in silence and reset, recharge, and focus my goals for the day. So really, just figure out what you love to wake up to and do more of that. Step 2 is all about strengthening your body from the inside out. Your body is a temple, and you should honor in that way. Start and end your day with physically healthy routines. It's all about feeling good from the inside out so that your entire spirit projects that energy. In the morning, I love to make a mix of hot water, lemon, cayenne pepper, and apple cider vinegar. This combination jumpstarts my system, strengthens immunity and cardiovascular support, and it's a great way to help cleanse your internal organs, so any nutrients and vitamins you consume after will seep right in and digest naturally. After downing a cup of hot water with lemon, I follow that up with green juice. I make sure to get all of my vitamins and minerals in at the beginning of the day. I might even follow that up with a cup of coffee before I proceed to make breakfast. Breakfast is not only my largest meal of the day, but it's also my favorite because it's the one that I get to enjoy Lahuz before he runs off to work for the day. Powering up with lean protein, leafy greens, and simple carbs gets my day off to the most balanced start and provides the energy I need to tackle a busy day. My trick is that I actually eat dinner for breakfast, so it's my heaviest meal of the day. So by dinner time, I eat less and burn more. But if you're someone who rarely eats breakfast, I would urge you to try at least just a slice of avocado toast, maybe with some scrambled egg whites, just something in your body so that you're satiated and you can go out and tackle all your chores for the day. The goal is never skipping breakfast because self-love means that you're taking care of your body so your body can take care of your mind and your spirit. Feeling good from the inside out has everything to do with the proper diet. I never, ever restrict myself from eating anything. I know what that's gonna set me up for. Especially when that bag of Cheetos over there is like calling my name. Oh my God, you have to give in sometimes. Instead of completely restricting and cutting out things that you feel is harmful to your diet, just everything in moderation, babes. Everything in moderation. The second tip to strengthen your body is to get outside and exercise. Break a little sweat. Even a light jog or brisk walk can help you feel all the health benefits of getting outdoors and breathing in all that amazing oxygen. I try to get out and breathe in fresh air to allow oxygen to pump through my body, but whatever you can do to break a sweat, do it. Even if it means speed walking through your neighborhood, there is no excuse for not taking care of your body and giving it the physical activity it needs to stay strong and healthy. Don't worry if you've never exercised before or you hate going to the gym. You have to start somewhere. I had to teach myself to learn to love exercise. After gaining the freshman 15, I mean really it was like 30 pounds in my freshman year of college, I just felt so sluggish, so tired. I realized it was because I had succumbed to this really sedentary lifestyle where I just felt lazy. I knew that I had to make a change if I wanted a healthier lifestyle so I can feel better about myself from the inside out. I started subscribing to all of these magazines, Shape Magazine, Women's Health, even Men's Fitness. After cross-referencing everything I learned, I had this idea in my head that the more information I knew, and if I combined them all together, that results would come faster, which they did. Once I applied all the knowledge that I learned from these fitness magazines, the pounds literally just started melting off. And then I became so obsessed with the results that I adopted this healthier lifestyle just by challenging myself. Success always feels so much sweeter with a ton of sweat mixed in. Now we're getting to my favorite section. It's all about strengthening your spirit. Strengthening your spirit starts with all of the above. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. To strengthen your mind and your spirit, repeat after me. I am my biggest fan. Now can you say that out loud without wincing? Did you mean it? Did you really mean it? The key to self-love is believing that you are worthy of the infinite, superfluous, abundant amount of love available to you here and now in the universe. Abundance is the key to happiness and self-love. And knowing how abundant the universe is with this cosmic loving energy, you will know that there's more than enough for everyone to go around. Here are my top 3 tips that you must do now to train your mind with loving and positive feelings for yourself. Tip 1 is stop being so hard on yourself. Stop beating yourself up for the mistakes you've made or the failures that you've had. I mean, really, what is failure anyways? Let's stop right now and ask yourself, what does failure mean to me? To me, failure simply means not trying. So instead of beating yourself up for every little thing that you felt like you lost or you made a mistake, just think, did I try? And that's all you can do. Just try and put out your personal best and stop beating yourself up when you haven't leveled up. And if you haven't gotten to the place where you feel that you need to be at, you need to practice. Practice your art, practice your craft, practice breathing, and practice loving yourself a little bit more. Step 2 is to stop wishing and start working. Map out what you aspire to do in your life, cut out all those bad habits, adopt healthier habits, start writing down your goals and holding yourself accountable for them. Anytime you check off a goal or a task and you completed something, no matter how big or small, you must celebrate your wins. What does celebrating a win even mean? I literally had a conversation with my girlfriends and they didn't really understand the concept of that. They were like, what's a win? Do you guys know what a win is? A win simply means accomplishing something that you set out to do. I told my girlfriend this the other day and she was cracking up. It could also be as small and trivial as like popping a pimple and getting everything out in one shot, okay? Honestly, to me, that's a win, dude. And at the end of that, celebrate by eating like chocolate or something. No matter how big or small the win is, you must celebrate it. Because the more you celebrate life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Honestly, even a pat on the back to say, you know what, hey, girl, you did awesome, you did amazing. That is celebrating your win. What you're telling to the universe is, hey, universe, I set a goal. Hey, universe, I hit the goal. Hey, universe, it doesn't matter whether or not I killed the goal or if I had like little mistakes here and there. That's not the point. The point is you need to lead with accomplishment and a sense of value for yourself and your self-worth, knowing that you set out a goal and you hit them. Step 3 is to record your thoughts. Recording your thoughts is essential in following your progress. If you can't tell how much you've grown from where you were before, how are you going to celebrate your win? Or how are you going to know where to adjust? It's all about compound investment and seeing that every day you're doing something small and it leads up to something huge. So I have a little kind of backstory to talk to you guys about. I would say it was maybe 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, that I wasn't quite sure interior design was my career calling. Mind you, I've been in the industry for over 15-16 years, okay? And here we are 15-16 years later, feeling as though, oh my gosh, am I like not enough? Am I not good enough to be an interior designer? Am I not good enough to have these amazing clients and crazy projects? And what I realized is that I didn't celebrate any of my wins because I never recorded them. After winning TJ Maxx's Max U project, I had learned so much about everything I was doing wrong. Not to say that I was doing it completely wrong, because of course I got to that point. There's a lot of things I was doing right as well. But if I wanted to get to that next level, if I wanted to really feel from the inside of my soul that I was loving myself and taking care of myself, I had to hold myself accountable. Holding yourself accountable is one of the key essential ingredients to practicing the art of self-love. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your reactions, the energy you're putting out there to the universe. You need to hold yourself accountable for all of that. The big, the small, the positive, the negative. The change you wish to see starts and ends with you. It all starts from within. You will be loved because you love yourself. You are worthy of love because you love yourself. You deserve all the love you can imagine because you love yourself. Once I learned to love myself, I maintained the art of self-love by practicing the above day in, day out. Success comes from practicing daily, so don't beat yourself up if you missed a day, skipped a day, missed a week. Simply reset and start again tomorrow. Every time I have a bad day or a bad week, I literally only give myself 24 hours. Like, I will write it down. I'll say, I'll give myself one whole day to sulk and cry and kick myself, play victim, do all that stuff, binge on Netflix, eat junk food, but that's it. You have to give yourself a maximum, and my threshold used to be 24 hours, and now I don't even get to that point. I give myself like a couple of hours and I slap myself and just like, get out of your head. It all starts from within. So if you don't strengthen your mind, your body, and your spirit, you're gonna crumble, you're not gonna succeed, you're gonna feel worse about yourself, and then all of a sudden you crawl in this hole, you can't get yourself out. So my advice to you is to give yourself a time limit. A time limit of how sorry you can feel for yourself before you slap yourself out of it and get back on the wagon. One of the other habits that I started adopting to strengthen my spirit is by reviewing my journal entries and planning my next day. You will see that happiness and self-love is yours for the taking. Pure joy emanates from within, and it's only when you're truly happy with yourself that you can find your way to ultimate bliss. I can honestly say at the ripe old age of 38, I have never felt better about myself and my body. I worked hard for these abs. I worked my ass off to book these gigs. I continually work on myself, mind, body, and spirit, so that I can say without a shadow of a doubt that my greatest asset is my indomitable will. We are all our own worst critics. I know you perfectionist OCD freaks out there, feel me. My inner critic is this crazy workaholic who feels as though personal best should be applied to everything in my life. But when I stopped beating myself up for every shortcoming or every time something wasn't perfect, I felt that the walls were breaking down. I felt stronger. I felt like I actually loved myself more, because what that meant to me is that I am enough. I am enough in all my imperfections, in all of my flaws. I am enough. You are enough. So when I stopped beating myself up for all of those imperfections, all of a sudden, I felt like everything was going my way. It's the weirdest thing with this journey you call self-love. When you really stop beating yourself up for all those things that you used to think had to be perfect, all of a sudden, everything just lands on your lap. Ideas flow like water, concepts come on command, and I realized that I had finally succumbed to the creative forces that the universe was telling me, I'm enough. You're enough, babes. Truth is, there's nothing wrong with wanting to put your best foot forward and wanting to be your very best every single day. That's how you level up. That's how you become stronger than you were yesterday and stronger than you were the year before. And in a decade's worth of time, you will become the strong, powerful leader you were always meant to be. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, sometimes I fail so miserably that I take everything but the kitchen sink with me. The difference is knowing how long to let yourself burn before you brush off the embers and rise back up again. A beautiful new day starts tomorrow, my loves. What will you do with a fresh start? What are some of the ways that you practice self-love? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. I know this is really different than some of the design content that we've been doling out, but I really need your feedback. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please help spread positive energy by giving me constructive criticism in the comment section down below. You know, I read every single comment and I really want to provide the type of content that really speaks to you. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you get notified of all new videos. Make sure to follow me on Instagram so you catch a glimpse of my everyday life behind the scenes of what it's like to be a custom home interior designer. My stories are actually way better than my galleries, so if you don't follow me, at least check some of my stories out. Give me a little DM to let me know that you were there. Thank you. I will see you all next week. Every Tuesday, new videos drop.